It is a women's bantamweight matchup between Ronda Rousey and Holm. All right, here she is, the former UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion, Holm. It was Melbourne, Australia. It was UFC 193, November 15th of 2015, when Holm effectively changed her life forever.
Holm changed her life, but she changed the landscape of mixed martial arts.
Yes.
She showed that Ronda Rousey was not this unbeatable fighter that everybody thought she was to be. Went out there, set her traps with that lead left hand, used her footwork and movement to walk Rousey right into a beautiful head kick that finished the fight. A multiple-time boxing champion, amateur kickboxing background. Holm is truly some professional.
And that Rousey win still one of the biggest upsets, betting odds or otherwise, in UFC history. All right, so here she is, United States Olympic medalist, former UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion, and Hall of Famer Ronda Rousey. You can't tell the history of women in mixed martial arts without starting with Ronda.
It has to start with Ronda Rousey, because her first UFC fight against Liz Carmouche back in Anaheim was truly, truly amazing. They went out there, they put on a great show. Ronda ended it in the most patented way. It had to end with an armbar. Ronda got it at the end of the first round. The crowd went crazy, and you understood at that moment, if Ronda was a star prior, she was going to the moon after that night in Anaheim. And that's exactly what she did.
She really has had a profound impact on American culture. Halloween rolls around every year. Ronda Rousey's are everywhere. You can't effectively put into words her contribution to mixed martial arts. And of course, tonight, she will try to add to her legacy.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC Bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This woman is a boxer, holding a professional record of 13 wins, 5 losses. She stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, Holly, the Preacher's Daughter, Holm! And now introducing her opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a judo fighter holding a professional record of 12 wins, 2 losses. She stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Venice Beach, California, presenting the former UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion of the World, Ronda Rousey! And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Murgliata.
Dan Murgliata, your referee.
You ready? You ready?
All right, here we go, round 1, the classically trained striker versus the decorated grappler. A lot of people have compared this matchup to Amanda Nunes versus Ronda Rousey, and I think it's probably an appropriate comparison.
Yes, it's very appropriate, because you remember, Amanda was always creating space and never being where Ronda expected her to be. So she needs to do the same thing. She's such a high-level striker. She has such a diverse array of skills in the striking that if her opponent, a jiu-jitsu fighter at her core, cannot get her hands wrapped around her, she's in for a very long night.
Rousey gets touched by that kick to the body. Mixes it up nicely in terms of staying heavy and also staying active.
Beautiful kick. Superman punch.
All right, so again, we find ourselves here in the
over and over. It's in there deep. There you go.
Brilliant submission defense there. All right, full guard now, DC. She's on the bottom. What is she trying to do?
Well, she's got to throw up submissions to try to put her opponent on awareness. And these submissions will be used to reverse the position. Even if it gets defended, it will create space for her to try to get back to her feet, or maybe to steal a sweep and trick her opponent.
Well, she did not miss a single grappling practice during this training camp, and here's your evidence. Outstanding movement on the ground.
She looks like a master of grappling with the great movement that she's showing on the ground.
Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
Back to the feet now.
Clinch. Nice stick with the right hand.
Oh, high amplitude head kick. And there it is. So her best entry, I think, in terms of the offensive wrestling and the takedown attempts, finally gets her opponent down for the first time tonight.
It feels like she gave up on getting the takedown, so it started to flow more naturally.
Right.
She was not forcing her entries anymore. Just let it come to her, and now she's gotten the takedown to speak for it.
45 seconds. She's going for the armbar here.
Attacking armbar. Oh, man, that was slick.
Well, she was long on grappling experience coming into the UFC, and you see her chops here, just beautiful when it comes to the transition.
It's very difficult to keep up with her on the ground.
Horn sounds for the end of round one.
Most guys aren't even willing to try anything like that, John.
All right, so that's the end of the round. Lot to like in there, DC, particularly when it comes to her offensive wrestling.
She's evolving, right? She's gotten better. She did not have this skill set before. Now you watch her, and she looks like an Olympian. She looks like a girl that can wrestle at the highest levels. She scored so many takedowns in that round. Her wrestling coach must be very proud.
You ready?
Round two here.
Take more of these leg kicks, you will not be able to be very active on your feet. Nice stick with the right hand.
Oh, how is she standing? Brutal knee to the body. Oh!
Another clinch position.
Oh, you talk about mixing the martial arts. Perfect strategy here. Oh, her ground and pound is on point here. She's made this a focus going in to make these strikes count. Certainly doing that tonight.
She's making each and every one of them count. Doing a very, very good job of landing shots, landing them in combination, and making them all matter.
Oh, nice strike on the ground for her. How good is her movement here on the ground, right? Shades of Ray Borg, just
Beautiful takedown from that lane.
Man, she is just non-stop on the ground, moving in all the right directions. Another nice transition by her there.
She's moving a lot, but every movement has purpose.
Half guard position. If you're the bottom fighter, this is truly a case of pick your poison.
Yeah, you got to pick your poison. And if you're on the bottom, you got to be trying to find a way to escape that bottom leg. You cannot allow your opponent, you cannot allow her to sit on your leg and just throw big damaging strikes. You've got to make sure you're on an elbow control, underhook, and get back to your feet.
Well, she has certainly picked up the pace here in round two and starting to find herself in the pocket a little bit. She was a little bit hesitant in round one. No hesitancy whatsoever here in round two. She has clearly found her rhythm and range. Oh, beautiful connection by her on that punch.
She's so fast when she throws.
Oh, how is she standing? Brutal knee to the body.
Oh, beautiful level change.
Well, Rousey's looking to lock up an armbar here.
Gotta be careful, armbar.
Nicely done.
Let's go, it's a warning.
Great movement by her here on the ground, and she just does it so fluidly and so easily. It's really a sight to behold.
You can tell that she's been a lifetime developing this skill with the way that she's able to move with so little effort on the mat.
Changes her stance yet again. 15 seconds.
Again, in the clinch. What a punch.
And that's the end of round number two.
We got this one.
cannot handle your ground control, so you're going to go out there one lap.
All right, let's check out some of the action in that previous round, DC. She certainly kept the stat trackers busy with all those takedowns.
All those takedowns, and some really nice takedowns. She did a great job of level changing, getting into her opponent, not allowing her opponent to defend before she can secure her takedown.
All right, so she was able to take her opponent down really at will in the previous round. We'll see if her opponent has made the proper adjustments here.
It's going to be very difficult because the way that she attacks is so diverse. She's never just doing one thing and giving a pattern.
Right.
It's always like, it's like algebra, right? Her opponent's doing basic mathematics, but she's doing algebra. She's giving her so much information that she gets lost. And when her opponent gets lost, she's able to secure top position and really start to get damage off.
I get anxiety just hearing the word algebra. You do well in that?
No, John, no, I did horribly. I thought that I could use my graphic calculator to give me an answer.
Well, you hate to be overly critical because she has landed some good shots, but really nothing in terms of combinations tonight.
She's got to let it fly, man. She needs to let the combinations fly. She's got to find the confidence in knowing that all that repetition, all that work with her boxing coach is going to pay.
She's wobbling now.
She's hurt very bad. She's on skates. She has to get moving. If she stays in front of her opponent, she's going to take one more. That's going to end the night.
Just over 3 minutes to go in round 3.
Beautiful body kick.
Oh!
Big kick lands.
Well, not sure if there's an injury or something, but here we are late in this fight, and she absolutely needs a finish or she's not going to win this fight.
Well, she needs a finish. She's taking a beating. I mean, she's fatigued. She's exhausted. She sees a fighter that has gotten the best of her. I can understand the frustration.
Oh!
Can't take pictures now. She has to react. She has to go chase the finish. Oh! Oh!
DC, for my money, she's really timing her shots pretty well.
Oh! You can never know what you're going to see with this young lady. Is she going to finish the fight? Exact spot that she needs. Nice stick with the right hand.
Well, she did not miss a single grappling practice during this training camp, and here's your evidence. Outstanding movement on the court.
She looks like a master of grappling with the great movement.
Whoa!
She is such a diverse striker that big strike landed, and it looks like she's going to finish the fight.
20 seconds now remain in the round.
Oh, wow. Oh! An attack is over.
All right, the official decision is now in. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges score the contest 29-27, 30-26, and 30-26. Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Ronda!
All right, so she finally cracks a smile there. She gets her hand raised by unanimous decision, and certainly at times